Hi everyone, I'm Amena, and welcome to my vlog. Welcome back to my explorers, and welcome to new viewers. um, Before we get into what I really want to talk about, um, I'm going to mention something that's happened recently, and point out that sometimes people get so angry about what other people might think is not worth getting angry over. But if they're getting angry, they're probably in a state of mind where they don't want to listen to reason or explanation as to what's been going on. And they don't always think ahead of time. They don't always realize that what they think, what they know, isn't what other people know. But when a friend is in that state of mind, if they are obviously not going to listen or are not listening, my recommendation is to just step back, let them make their mistakes, and wait for them to cool down, and maybe when they're ready, they'll listen. But in the meantime, it's going to be really, really hard for the good friend who wants the help to try and stay at a distance. Because I guarantee you, the moment you try to help the person who's raging is the moment they toss you out the window as a friend. Don't ask me why. It happens. And it does nobody any good. Instead, it causes a lot of hurt feelings and a lot of lost friendships, broken relationships, and so on and so forth. Basically, it's a mess that you don't want to deal with. Now, when you're dealing with a friend who happens to be transgender, like myself, I'm going to say this. If they are on testosterone or on estrogen, what really results is the introduction of new hormones into that person's body. For trans guys, they tend to rage. They tend to give outbursts of anger and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, that is what testosterone does. Estrogen, on the other hand, will cause a trans girl to be more emotional than they are used to. So, basically, the opposite end of the spectrum. Instead of being angry all the time, they're kind of weepy all the time. Now, and of course, the other thing I'll say about this is when it comes to hormones, hormones are chemicals. And like any other medicine, every medicine or hormone introduced into a person's body affects each individual differently. So, what may be the accurate time frame for side effects to be happening for certain things when they're supposed to be happening could actually either occur earlier or later. So, Yeah, you can't use that as a time frame. Oh, this person can't be having those side effects. They just recently started. You know what? Doesn't matter if you just recently started. It still could happen. But that's a little lesson on, shall we say, chemicals being introduced into your system. And we're talking legal chemicals. I wouldn't know anything about the other chemicals that people would put in their system. Wait, except for coffee. That makes people hyper. And yeah, that's technically, well, caffeine. Caffeine is a chemical. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I do know that caffeine can affect a person two different ways. Either they have the energy because of the caffeine, or the caffeine saps their energy right away. I really, really apologize for the ones that happens to. But now that all that's out of the way, let's talk about games. Because I talk about games. Now, and speaking of games, for the last 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, I think, I have not been able to provide any Minecraft or IMVU videos, which I'm hoping to change within the next week or so. But in the meantime, we still have Exploring the Multiverse, still going strong. We are finishing up with Star Trek Online. And yeah, I'm probably going to want to go back and nudge a little thing in for, well, some of the games do have mild violence in it, so yeah. I'm not doing very good at making sure people know, okay, this is not G-rated for kids. But either way, for the most part, as long as there is no not safe for work content in the games, I should be fine. Now, there are, I think, about 5 games that I literally cannot find an escape, exit, or done button. So, I sense a little bit of a roleplay series coming on. Basically, the idea is I go into what appears to be a normal arcade and find out the very hard way that once I start playing the game, I can't stop until I beat it or something. Either way, the whole point is I can't really rate those games, even though I bought them through Steam. I can't rate them until I've played 5 minutes of each game. But the trick is getting out of the game in the first place. Now, I thought that would be something interesting for you to know. And I'm planning on going through the Brawlhalla portal, which you will see at as an after thing, at the end of Season 3 for Exploring the Multiverse, the whole thing is, what I want to do is, there are 10 games I'm going to be playing and recording and putting up for each season. And I do have to bring those games down to viewable 20-minute spots, 20-minute increments. There will be a few longer episodes, 30 to 40 minutes, but that it just depends on what's gonna happen. I know I think it will be the game after Star Trek Online. The first episode might be about 40 minutes, but that's because I'm doing something a little different, going through each and every class. Now, granted, I cut it down I cut it down a lot, because that's like the second or third take of it, something like that. But things are fixed, and I mentioned those games. Right now, yeah, they're cute games, but I want those games fixed. So, best thing to do is record them, share them with you guys, put them up on my Steam feed, and also put the link in the description, in the whole review box for each game. But that's just one thing. And yes, I keep saying that I'm going to do Rogue Reaper. So, as long as I'm thinking about it, on one of these days, hopefully soon, I will start recording, because I don't know when I'll actually be able to stream, if ever, but at least you'll be able to see Rogue Reaper being played. Now, everything that I was thinking about saying and wanted to say is done. So, what I'm going to do is leave you with this. If you have been enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave a comment down below in the comment section as well. And, as always, be true to you. Amena, signing out.
Tell me like a Hellcat.